Hello, I thought I'd just do a quick little introduction here. I'm in my playroom, which is set up for movie night. We do projector kind of movies every day, but or not every day, every weekend, but I thought I'd do a quick introduction just to say this is going to be a sketchbook tour, and it's going to be a bit longer because I have a lot of sketchbooks, but if you want to watch and get a wee snack or something, we could be here a while. Even if you want to just skip through it and, you know, just move the screen along here to fast forward and stuff if you want to see different parts. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I thought it would be a fun video to do just on the side, kind of like other than the bullet journal ones or stuff like that. And I have a few different video ideas that I want to try out as well. So I thought I'd start off with this one because it's kind of your basic average one. I've seen a lot of people do stuff like this, so I hope you enjoy. So this is honestly the state of what we're starting off with. This is the very first sketchbook that I can find of mine. I used to draw all the time on spare bits of paper, and this is the very first one I remember getting. And obviously I went all out creating my cover page and everything. There used to be an actual cover on it, but it's ripped off at some point. But you know, I drew myself as I obviously looked whenever I was 7 years old, because that's what I would have been, 6 or 7 in 2009, depending on what time of the year it is. But this is the start of it. Okay, so I'm not going to go through everything obviously, because like most pages are filled in here, and it actually goes from whenever I was 7 or so until about 9, but I don't know when that is. So the first couple of pages have written by Aoife Gorman 2009, but then I don't know when that stops. So I remember doing this off of the DVD cover for the Simpsons movie and being so proud of myself. I had gotten new gel pens, so that's why this is coloured in with gel pens, and so is the cover page. But I just really like this movie, so I thought I'd draw Homer, and you can see the different ways I tried to draw him before I sort of got it right. And then there's a lot of stupid things like this here inside of it, so I'm not even going to show everything because we would be here all day. Seriously, this is the first sketchbook. So this was for Christmas 2009, and you can maybe tell because of how I didn't spell Christmas right that I was still 7. And I remember copying this off of a packet of Coke cans, so like the wrapping paper of them. I wrote a little letter, and I sat this beside the fireplace so that maybe Santa Claus would see my drawing and leave me a letter or something. I don't know if he did, probably not. Too busy like, but I'll keep going. And this was whenever we got our Sky TV box, and I used to pause the TV and draw what was on the screen a lot actually. Yeah, there's more after, and I think the next thing is that as well. I just kept on doing it. No, this is from me finding Jacqueline Wilson's books and being obsessed with Nick Sharratt, the illustrator for all of her books. Honestly, I used to copy the drawings off of all the favourite books of mine onto different sheets, but then I thought I would try it out myself without looking to see had I remembered how he draws, and I think these are quite good for that, to be honest. Oh, so this is another DVD cover, and if you've ever watched Mickey, Donald and Goofy in The Three Musketeers, you'll know these because I drew all of them off of the DVD cover. But my favourite, this is so funny because she picked a flower in the movie, and I made sure to write that beside it so that if anyone was ever looking, they would know what I was getting at. Princess Minnie Mouse. And this is actually from a Bob Ross tutorial I saw my dad watching, so I thought I would try it out with my new crayons, and it's very green to say the least. I definitely showed it to so many people because it's coming off the book. But that's all I'll show you for this one. So So this one is mostly P6, P7, and then there's like one at the end, which I did. I think I was in first year. But I got this sketchbook as a prize in a pass the parcel at my friend's birthday. And of course I had to do another introduction. I had gotten glittery gel pens, so I had to use them. And then I got some colouring pencils, so I did a swatch test as well, which you have to do obviously. There's actually so many things in these sketchbooks are just me trying out new colours that I'd gotten and stuff. Oh, this is funny. So I think this was kind of like my first attempt at realism, which as you can see, didn't go so well. But I was quite young, like as I said, it's just really funny to me. I think it was just some random girl I saw in a book about like photography or something. So I tried to draw her. Oh, it didn't go that well, like, but I think it is very funny. I started getting into doing these a lot. So just like a lot of drawings on the one page, all like to do with a Disney movie. I think I've 2 more in here I'll show you, but I just started doing them all the time. But they look cool, so who cares? Oh, next we have Taylor Swift, apparently. But she has really dark hair. I think this is alright, like, I didn't write it was Taylor Swift, but I can tell. I can remember that's who I was trying to draw. And it's not too bad, to be honest, like, because I got new gel pens again, and new Crayola colours. What are they called? Crayons. So, I went on the internet and found some drawings that I wanted to try draw myself. And I was so proud of this one. Here's another Ariel drawing, but it's one of those like the Alice in Wonderland ones. And I had so much fun doing these, like I can't even explain, like figuring out the composition and everything. I was having the best time of my life drawing these. I think this was P7, and then the next one, yeah, this was in first year. Obviously it had to be because that's when Frozen came out, like, but yeah. So I have a feeling this one is all second year. So there's Ariana Grande, as you can see. I think this one's all right, like getting better, as you can tell. This is quite cool as well, I think. I wonder, can you see the colours? Okay, hold on. Not really, I'll bring it up closer. But that's Anna and Elsa from Frozen, obviously, and I was really, really proud of this one, actually. I was reading as well that the colouring pencils didn't really work so well on this sketchbook, but what can you do? And I think this is so funny because I'm really not even a big Taylor Swift fan or anything, but why did I keep drawing her? I don't know. Anyways, so this one was cool too. I really like the way there's just some colour in it. And this is when I discovered fine liners, and everything is outlined, like even before this, but I thought this one was cool. There are a few other things that are in this book that are literally taken directly from Pinterest, and I can tell. And then this little baby Dory when Finding Dory came out. So precious. And that's the end of that one. So this one has written at the top, Disneyland book, and that's because in third year I went on a school trip to Disneyland Paris, and I had the idea a couple months before that instead of having an autograph book, you know, like the ones that you see people getting signed everywhere, I would just make my own. So that's the cover page of that one. But I mean, I literally spent a couple months, drawing as many Disney characters as I could, and as you can tell from my other books, like I really liked drawing Disney characters, so it really wasn't any big deal for me. It was sort of just like a fun project, but I didn't realise that there aren't really the characters going around everywhere signing books. Maybe that happens in America, but in the Paris one, I only got like 4 signatures, and I did 43 or so drawings, but So I got Alice signed, which was great. I literally chased her through the streets, and one of the helpers ran up to her and got her to sign this for me because she was going between meetings. So I got hers on an absolute fluke. I was literally running through Disneyland Paris after this character like a weirdo, and I was third year, so I don't know, what age was I, like 14? Yeah, I was 14 years old running through Disneyland with a wee book of drawings, and I got Peter Pan and Captain Hook, but I hadn't drawn Captain Hook. I didn't know he was going to be there, so I like just signed over there. It was fine. Yeah, and there's just a lot in here, so many random ones. And Zootopia actually came out after I went to Disneyland, but after it came out I thought, oh, I'll just keep up the book for the next time I go, and then that was the last one I did. So I don't know when that came out, maybe like 2016 or something, but I haven't done any since. There's just, I think Big Hero 6 was actually the last one that came out. Yeah, so this was basically my third year sketchbook, all Disney. But it was fun to do. Again, because of Pinterest, we have this. I saw it everywhere, so I got one and ended up not really using it. I did this with my new Prismacolor pencils. I got them in 2015, so this would have been third year as well. Third year, fourth year, probably third year though, over summer or something. So I did this and this, and that was kind of it for a few years. So I tried to do Stephanie Beatriz, Rosa Diaz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but didn't finish it. There's Billie Eilish and Emma Watson as Belle. I hate this drawing though. Yeah, and I just use it for like random stuff. Then there's a lot of pages missing though, because I'll draw something in it and then take it out of the sketchbook. I did that a lot in like GCSE A-level art. It was just easier, and it was like, the pages are nice to draw on, especially with colour and pencil. It really makes them stand out, so it was good that way. But yeah, I didn't really use it, and it was, so that means this is from 2015 to, this was a project for uni, so 2021, so that's like 5 pages worth of 5 years, so not really the best. So this sketchbook is actually super embarrassing. It's 2016 to 2017, so what was I, 14, 15? Probably. Too old. So that's what we open up with. The sidekick Disney characters. Most of them outlined. These are drawn but haven't been outlined. So started off well. There's Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. And then this is really nice as well. A lovely wee drawing. My auntie actually really likes this. So that was 4 years ago. Yeah, so I would have been 15 there. No, 14 there. I hadn't turned 15 yet. And I really liked this. And you know, just a few other cool wee things with my Prismacolors. And then so what happened here is that I have had so many secret art accounts throughout my life on Instagram. There's been some where I've had like 300 followers and all, but I didn't tell anyone who I knew because I was so embarrassed. And basically I was obsessed with a TV show called Shadowhunters, because I loved the books of it, and someone decided to do a 30-day drawing challenge for Shadowhunters, and I joined because I had my Instagram account. So this, like, most of this sketchbook is filled with stuff from that. Obviously I've struggled with the teeth here, as you can tell, but other than that, like, it's alright to draw. Oh, so embarrassing, but I'll just show some of my favourites. This is some of the characters from the show as other characters. So I've written at the top, like, that's the main character with Kim Possible, and the other main character as Kristoff from Frozen. You know, like, oh man, it's so embarrassing, but oh well. the past is the past. And this was actually quite good. That's like one of the evil kind of characters, but I remember the actor of this actually liked it. I posted this one on Twitter as well, and tagged him, and he liked it and possibly reposted, but I can't really remember. But I actually think this one's quite good, especially for what it was. Oh, this was cool as well. I didn't have this with a thing in it, but it's cool. So this is like another one of the main characters. There's like a group of them, okay? And so that's supposed to be my style, even though I didn't have a style. I just drew her whatever way I wanted, and then did her in different styles back when that was a really big thing. That was actually really fun to do. So this one is tiny, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it well or not, but this is just a wee tiny sketchbook I got out of a shop called Austrian and Green. And it was just handy to have in the drawer beside me. Like whenever I was like trying to dodge studying, I would just take this out and do a little drawing or something. But that's the very first page. Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I don't know why I drew so many tiny things, because like this book is so small. And oh yeah, this was whenever like literally the first season of Riverdale came out, and it was bearable for one season, and that was all. So there is Camilla Mendes and then Lily Reinhardt, and again I posted that one to Twitter. I don't even know why, I just always used to post random stuff on Twitter like that. I haven't used it in about 3 years, but her mum liked this. I was like, whoa, that's so cool, like she's really famous. So there you go, the more you know. And there is Emily from The Corpse Bride. I thought that was quite cool, the style of it and stuff. And then a tiny, teeny, tiny Selena Gomez. I really don't know what's going on up there, like what you can see and what you can't see, but hopefully something. And there's a little Mulan. And what's her name? Nancy from Stranger Things. This was whenever I started watching Stranger Things, and obviously I'm gonna draw what I'm watching, I think. Oh, that's good too. No. There we go. What's his name? Dustin, maybe? I have to watch it again. I actually really like that show. And then Lucas, I think. Who knows? And the last thing is Amy Santiago. Excuse me, Amy Santiago out of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's the scene when she's about to go on a date. Why am I telling this? You don't need to know when this is, but that's meant to be Amy. Okay. I was honestly about to explain the entire thing there. For this, I think I'm going to show 1 or 2 things at the start, and then we'll come back to it later, because the start of it is GCSE work. And then my next few sketchbooks are like A-levels. But I'll only show some things, because honestly most of it's boring. But for this one, my theme was Christmas. So there's a watercolor painting of robins, and then there's like a side piece for a table. Is there anything more? There's my sister, but it looks really funny. And then a lot of these are just artist research. So I'll come back to that in a bit. So here is AS sketchbook, and I've gone through it and decided that most of it is so bad, or I hate it, or you wouldn't understand, because this isn't standalone. It goes with I know in England actually they only use sketchbooks, but here we have like big massive sheets that we stick our main artwork onto and write on it and stuff, and then this sort of just goes with that. So there's the cover page, and here is a lot of different emotions on my cousin. See, I was doing emotions, but I didn't want it to be like the same as everyone else's. It ended up, it kind of was like that because there's not a lot you can do with emotions in terms of what I was trying to do. So we'll leave it at that because the rest is just random stuff. This one was meant to be for 7th year, my last year of secondary school, my last year of A-levels. I was actually really enjoying the project that I was doing for school, but then obviously it was cut short from COVID. But that means that this is sort of work from 7th year, but then also there's a few things that I did over lockdown and stuff like that. Unlike the one I showed you before, I actually was really enjoying this, and I was devastated that I couldn't finish it. Well, I actually could have if I wanted to, like, but I just didn't then. I painted this. This isn't the real one, this is a photocopy, because the real one would have been on my sheets. But this is literally me copying Heikala, an artist, which I absolutely love her, but this was so fun to make, so I just thought I'd show it. And then I thought this was cool, just little watercolor fish. Oh, because my theme was like about fish and stuff. And then I think, yeah, the next thing I wanted to show was this, because I painted a little tiny fish around the eye so that it was like a fish eye, and you have all the different types of fish eye, and I was meant to draw another eye here and another eye here and do like similar, maybe different, I don't know, can't really remember anymore to be honest. But then that meant I got away with doing this. So I painted Harry Styles for my A-levels because why not? Like it goes with fisheye because it's a fisheye view is the album cover, so I got away with it. And then we have lockdown. So this is of the weekend, and I thought it was really fun to do. I like all the shapes of it, and the colours actually was really enjoyable, and it was just me sort of practicing using gouache paints. And so is the next one. It's of Kaylee MUA, a makeup artist from Ireland who I've been following for years and years. But I think this turned out quite well as well, the eyes and everything. I just think it's really cool how gouache works, and I love playing around with it. Haven't done so in a while because between like commissions and university work, haven't really been doing a lot of my own stuff, but I want to get back at it. And then here we have Eliza from Hamilton. And I obviously got really bored doing the clothes because I never finished it, and I doubt I ever will because this took me so long to do just this arm. So I'm really not that bothered doing the rest of it. You can just imagine yourself what it's going to look like. And then this was also part of my A-level. I don't know why it's in this sketchbook, but it's just sort of blue tacked in. It's just this cool thing, a few different layers. So like koi fish and marble as water in the background. And this is painted on acetate. There's like 3 different layers to this piece. I'll just show you here. The top layer is those fish, the gold foil ones, and then this layer is the girl and the painted koi fish, and then the marble. And I did the marble myself as well. So that's that one. I bought this sketchbook to do my university project over the summer that we were given, but turns out I did too much work for it. But I really enjoyed doing this. I thought it was a really fun project, and I put a lot of work into it, obviously. These are all drawn on, and that's like a 2-minute sketch. This was done on Procreate on my iPad. These are just little watercolor pieces, just some photos I'd taken over the summer and stuff. Another 2-minute sketch. Oh, 10-minute sketch, sorry. I remember sitting doing that out the front whenever it was really sunny. It was lovely. That was from a walk I'd gone on in quarantine, and just a couple of different studies of the flowers in it. And up there, I think I did that from like splattering watercolor and then going over it in colouring pencil. That's gouache, inspired by an artist. This was really fun. It was a photo just looking up at trees on one of my walks as well, but I think it looks quite nice. And then simplifying it again, sort of like that artist. And then I did this on the beach. I was just sitting by myself drawing. There were a few people staring at me like, but I had fun, and there was me doing it as well. It was just a lovely time. I actually might do stuff like this more often because it was quite fun, I won't lie. And this was from that same day. I went on round the beach and it was a lovely sunset. So I did that in colour and pencil and then cut out pieces of paper to make it sort of like a collage. There's my dad trying on my glasses, so I drew him, and my sister in charcoal. And then this one day I was driving somewhere. I wasn't driving, my mum was driving, and I looked over and there was a rainbow, so I thought I would try it with the black and white to see how it would look, and it looks quite cool. And this is from a forest park near me. These steps are sort of like a waterfall, so I tried to do it with just an ink pen, and I didn't sketch it or anything before, so that's why it's very wobbly, but I think it looks quite cool as well. And another quick Procreate study, and this was fun as well, and again based on an artist, because I think we had to research 3 artists and this was one of them. So I did this with an ink pen and then painted over it with watercolor, and I really like how this one turned out actually. It's quite like storybook vibes or something, I think. Giant's Causeway, obviously, again with the ink pen, no sketching before. This is quite ugly. It's meant to be like this, but I was rushing. And then there's just a little gouache painting of a shop in Kinsale in Cork. So I actually really love this one. I might take it out of the book. Depends how it's stuck down. Blue. I might be able to get it off because I would love to have that framed or something. I just think it's class. I love the colours of it, mostly. Yeah. Oh, there's just a few extra bits from university then. Just from the start of the year, you know, really experimental stuff. And we're back to this wee tiny book that I was talking about earlier, because now we have a few things from quarantine again. So there's just a little study of Timothy Chalamet, and then we have Harry Styles from the Watermelon Sugar music video. And I was just trying to do it with watercolor to see what sort of undertones I could get going and stuff. I don't really love this, but it was fun to do. And then I literally did this yesterday in an illustration workshop, and that's it. So this is the most recent, but absolutely not my favourite. So that's all that's in here, I think. I can't even close it. But yeah, that's everything. All my sketchbooks. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've stayed this long, congratulations. There's been a lot to go through, but I had fun making it, and obviously had fun making all the drawings over all the past, what, 11 years, 12 years, I'm not even sure. So thanks for watching, those who did, and if you want to, like, subscribe, comment, share this video if you want, I don't know, but I'll see you next time.